Hello students, in continuation to the topic that we have taken, light and shadow, we will move on to the next topic. Before moving to the topic, I will put on a riddle to you. Let me see how easily you can answer it. My riddle is, what am I when I can live when it is light, but I die when it shines on me? Can you guess what is it? Yes, it is a shadow. So today in the topic we will talk about shadow. Many of the times you must have seen during the evening or during the morning time, a very dark color image always follows you. Or sometimes happens that it's a dark room and mama just comes and lights up a candles and you find that on the walls you can find a dark images seems to be moving on the walls. That is known as shadow. Or many of the times when you must have played with it also, like a candle is moved in the class in the room and you move your fingers, with your fingers you can make different images and you can feel a dark image is formed on the walls. So these are known as a shadow. I think you can have an image also. My hand is there and you can see our images formed. So what happens is when a light source falls on any of the opaque object, a shadow is casted on the wall. So for the formation of the shadow, three very important things are needed. That is a light source, an opaque object, and a wall or a screen on which the shadow is being casted. You can see the shadow of my hand being casted on the wall. Now we can do many images and somewhere these images are not very clear and so they are giving a false image. Now this shadow formation, we will do it with a little experiment. So I'm taking an opaque object. This is a box, a speaker, and I am taking a source of light. And the wall which you can see behind, it will be the screen or the wall or the ground on which the shadow will be casted. So when I bring this source of light near to this object, what do you see? A shadow is being casted behind on the wall, showing that the light is traveling in a straight path, and when an opaque object comes in front of the light source, it creates a shadow behind it. So somewhere shadows, if you see, the color of the shadow is black in color. This is one very important fact of shadow. And another way is that the shadow keeps on changing its shape and size according to the position of the source of light and the opaque object to the source of light, or the opaque object and the source of light. So somewhere there is a condition for the formation of shadow. So as you have seen with this experiment that we have done just now, that for the phenomena or the formation of shadow, what is very important is a source of light, an opaque object, and a screen. Showing that a very important factor of light is that light always travels in a straight path. Ordinarily travels in a straight path, and due to this reason, the shadow is casted whenever the light comes and strikes the opaque object. And the other factor that we had talked about is that the size of the shadow keeps on varying. It is just because of the position of the source of light and the opaque object. And this also we are going to start off by showing you an small experiment how the size keeps on decreasing or it becomes enlarging. It becomes larger when we are bringing the light source closer to it, or we are bringing the light source, taking far the source of light from the opaque object. So when we are bringing the light source in front of the opaque object, a shadow is being casted. But when we bring this source of light closer to the opaque object, you can see a very large image is being formed. And this also shows that closer the light source to the opaque object, the image becomes diminished. But if I bring this source of light, takes the source of light, the image becomes more clear and it becomes more darker. Or this can be on the other hand also, that if I take this opaque object far from the source of light, you can see the image is becoming very much clear and it's becoming smaller. But if I bring it closer to the source of light, the image becomes quite bigger in size. So with this we come to know that how the size of the shadow keeps on varying with the positioning of your source with the opaque object. So one factor is very clear, that the shadows are almost misleading. They does not give the clear picture. And the other one is that your size of the shadow keeps on varying with the position to the opaque object. Okay. The position of the sun also helps in showing the shadow formation, or the position of the sun to the earth, it also helps in making the shadows, whether it is longer or shorter during the daytime. In the morning or the evening time, you must have observed that different shadows or the length of the shadow keeps on varying. This is just because of the position of the sun to the earth. So somewhere when opaque object comes and strikes and comes in front of a light shadow, or it comes in front of the light, a shadow is casted on the ground or on the wall, which we have seen. So this is what is about the shadow formation. Thank you. I just go through the chapter and try to understand it.